guys, today is going to be a special video because it is not one of my ordinary videos. It is not going to be at the normal time. This is a collab with Aimee from Our Blessed Family. I will put a picture of her somewhere over here. I don't know which side yet because I'm not editing yet. But if you are here from the collab, like from her channel, thank you for dropping by. I hope you stick around. If you haven't seen her channel, go check her out. I will leave a link to her channel down below. We are making Christmas goodies. I have 4 possibly things that I'm going to make today. If my back holds out, I'm going to do all 4. If not, then I'll do as many as I can. They're simple treats. They're not hard to do at all. I will leave the link to 3 of them down below, whether I make them or not. I will leave the link down below because I'm going to tell you what they are right now. And one of them, I don't have a link. I'm kind of winging this one. The first one is puppy chow. I have seen people make this peanut butter chocolate treat before. I have tasted it, but I've never made it because for some reason it intimidated me. I don't know why. So I'm going to do it today. So I'm making that, and like I said, I'll leave the link below. And I'm making some caramel Chex Mix, but I'm only gonna half the recipe, which it doesn't matter if I half it or do the whole thing. I'm not telling y'all exact measurements anyway because they're not my recipes. I don't even know if they're their recipes, but I'm not going to be, you know, copyright infringement. But anyways, I'm making the caramel Chex Mix. And the reason why I'm doing those 2 is because I wanted them, but you could also make a trail mix with those. And I thought that might be fun. I don't know if I'm going to do the trail mix or not. It would be a sweet trail mix if I did, because Muddy Buddies or puppy chow, some people call them Muddy Buddies, I think. Am I correct? I don't know. Yes. They are sweet. Caramel Chex are sweet. And, you know, those kinds of things are in the, like the, well, the Muddy Buddies are not, but the caramel Chex are in the turtle Chex Mix. But, there's other things that are not sweet in those as well, like peanuts and pretzels and things like that. So let's keep going. The other thing I'm going to make is a gluten-free cookie. They are called melt-away cornstarch cookies, and they're supposed to be super easy to make. They're supposed to be super good, and they're like fluffy clouds. Is what that I heard them like explained as. So let's stop talking and let's go on. Oh, and the other thing I'm gonna make possibly is turtles. I don't know if that's gonna happen yet or not. We're gonna try that. I've got the stuff to do it with. I've been wanting to do it, but I haven't done it because I wasn't sure how to do it, so I'm just gonna wing it. But I've got, let me get the camera turned around and I'll be right back. Okay, so let me get the right recipe. Nope, that's not it. I swapped them around on myself. The puppy chow calls for peanut butter, chocolate chips, vanilla flavoring, butter, Chex cereal or rice cereal. It actually says, yeah, rice Chex cereal. I'm using the Aldi brand because I picked them up there. They're already here. And confectioner sugar or powdered sugar or icing sugar, whatever you want to call it, fluffy sugar. So what I'm supposed to do in this bowl, which is a microwavable bowl, I'm going to put, already have the butter, I'm going to put peanut butter and chocolate chips. Now the recipe calls for you to use 2 separate bowls. I'm not going to do that because that just seems wasteful to me. So for me, taking this mixture out of here and putting it into another bowl with the Chex, it just seems wasteful. So I'm just going to do it this way. And then I'm going to put the peanut butter in, and I sprayed my bowl here. So hopefully I can get all of that out. Well, the spraying didn't work as well as I wanted it to, but the spatula works. I should have gotten a smaller spatula. Alright, that'll work. Get all of that off of there. Alright. Now I'm going to take this. I'm going to eat that peanut butter off there. I'm going to take this and I'm going to stick it in the microwave for a minute. Then I'm going to take it out, stir it, and then if it needs more, in 30-second increments, I'm going to heat it again to melt all of this chocolate and butter together. So I'll be back once this is done. Okay, so it took me 4 minutes to get it melted this much, and it started like bubbling, like it was boiling, so I quit. If there's a few chocolate chips in there, I don't care. Now I'm just gonna add the cereal and mix that all around. And then after I get this, oh, I messed up already. I just messed up. I was supposed to put when do you put the vanilla in it? Yep, you're supposed to add the vanilla and then stir it again. I messed up. So I'm doing the vanilla now, and hopefully it'll be alright. I think it will. It'll get mixed in somehow. It'll just be in a bunch of the chocolate chip, but the cereal right there. It'll be fine. We're not going to worry about it. Anyway, I'm going to mix this until all of the cereal is coated with the chocolate butter, peanut butter mixture. And then I'm going to put it into this Ziploc bag with the confection sugar. It looks a mess, doesn't it, Jeffrey? It smells good though. And Jeff has covered a little over half of our table with wax paper over there so that we can put these different things on it. I think that's as covered as it's going to get. Can you come hold the bag for me? After I've made a thorough mess of the outside. Yeah, just open it up and hold it open. And then I'm going to put these in, close it up, and we're going to shake it around. You can lick the bowl. I can't help it got on your fingers. Okay, so while this is still hot or warm, you just shake this all around on it. The powdered sugar. Can you come move this bowl, please? I just put it right in my way. Yeah, I'm through with it. That's why I said you could lick the bowl. Alright, so I think that they're going to be covered now. And the last step is to spread it out on the wax paper and let it cool until the chocolate is set. And then you can store it in an airtight container for 2 weeks. And if your kitchen's warm, you would put it in the refrigerator. Our kitchen is not like super warm or anything, but I guess like summertime, that's the way you would do. Here, let me turn the camera around so y'all can see what I'm doing. But I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna try to have it just on this side. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, there's a lot of powdered sugar right there in that one spot. But I'm gonna spread it out. Okay, looking at it in that bag, I did not think it was gonna turn out like looking like this. I thought it was gonna be not as nice looking. This is the way it's supposed to look. I didn't think it was gonna turn out that way. There's some that I can probably get apart and put some of that chocolate on there, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna let that cool, and then I'm gonna set myself up for the next one of them. I gotta figure out if I have to do it in the microwave or on the stovetop, because I might have mixed up recipes and I don't want to do that. So there's the first one. Okay, so of all of the recipes I'm doing today, this one intimidates me the most because caramel's involved. So, and I've never like made homemade caramel, but I do have experience making peanut brittle. And whenever you add the baking soda, which this calls for, to the other mixture, it rises and explodes. It doesn't exactly explode. And it kind of makes me think that this might be similar to what that is. I have not done that in years. I think I did that before we ever had children. Noah is 24. So, I'm gonna get started. We're gonna see how it goes. I need brown sugar, unsalted butter, light corn syrup, salt, baking soda, and hopefully I have enough Chex left, but rice Chex. Actually, does it call? Yes, it calls for rice Chex, which this is not Chex. We know that is fine. Alright, so I'm going to put the butter, brown sugar, salt, and corn syrup into this pan. So I'm going to put the butter in first. And it's supposed to be on medium-high heat, and I hope that that's right. So, butter, brown sugar, corn syrup, and then the salt. There's a science to this because the baking soda does something. I mean, it does have leavening agents and stuff in it, but it does something to the rest of these things to make it turn into caramel, essentially, is what's happening. Alright, salt. I need to do that. I want to make sure I put the right amount because we don't want salty caramel. I mean, salted caramel is okay, but I don't want that today. So I'm going to scooch y'all over just a little bit so y'all can see better. I was going to use this to sit my spatula on if I need to, but honestly I probably won't. I'll probably just stir it the whole time because I'm so nervous about it. So what I'm supposed to do is place it over medium-high heat, allow it to boil for a minute. The longer you let the caramel mixture boil, the harder and crunchier it'll be. So for now, we're just going to go with what we got going on right now. And I'm going to go ahead and get my little timer, and I'm going to set it for a minute for whenever it starts boiling, I can just turn it on, and that way I know it'll be a minute. I may let it go a little past a minute to let it be a little bit harder because I want it to be, I don't want it to be sticky, like gooey caramel. I want it to be, you know, on the Chex and stick there, not get all over the place. But yeah, use unsalted butter. I guess if you used salted butter, you could just leave the salt out. And I'm only making half a batch of this because I didn't have enough Chex to do a whole batch. So this is what it's going to be. And after I get this on the table the same way I did the Muddy Buddies. I'm going to put it right beside the Muddy Buddies. We'll move on to the next one, but like I said, this was the one that intimidated me the most. But I want to tell y'all a little bit about Aimee. She's married and has one daughter who loves dance. She does dance as a way to praise the Lord, and I love that. I love whenever Aimee told me about that. It was just so sweet. And I hope it's okay for me to say that, but anyway, she's married to Cam. Ireland is her daughter's name, not Ireland. Ireland, I-R-E-L-Y-N. I hope I spelled it right. It may be 2 N's. I don't know. I've spelled it before when talking to her. But anyway, they live in the Four Corners area is what she says. And she's told me a little bit about where she lives, and it seems like a really nice place. A very small place. My kind of town. Small, which I don't live in. Ours is a bajillion times bigger than hers. But, she's really sweet. She does hauls on her channel. She does cooking. I think she's done some crafts, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. They recently did their Christmas tree and shared it. And, that was fun to watch because she talked about, or they talked about, the different ornaments that they have for different loved ones that have passed away. It's like memory ornaments. It's a really sweet way to memorialize their loved ones during Christmas time. And Cam has a channel himself. I cannot remember the name of it, but it's RC. I'm not going to try to say it. But anyway, he does remote control cars and stuff. It's really neat. I'm subscribed to that one too. He doesn't put a lot of videos up, but I mean, he works. He doesn't have time. But his hobby is RC cars. And they're a really sweet family. And over the last, let's see, I've known her for a little over a year now. We've gotten to know each other pretty good. I think we have anyway. We talk pretty often. And we've built a relationship, a friendship. So, alright, so it's all melted. It doesn't seem as grainy as it did because the sugar is melted more. Now we just gotta let it boil. Am I supposed to stir it the whole time? I don't know. It doesn't say. Oh boy. But it says, okay, after I do this, I let it boil for a minute. And then I remove it from the heat, add the baking soda, and the mixture will foam, but it will settle down. Then I pour it over the Chex mix, or the Chex, not Chex Mix. It's not Chex Mix. But one of my favorite things in the Turtle Chex Mix is the caramel Chex, because I like caramel. Was that a little bubble? Was it starting to boil? I see some little bubbles, but I think that's considered boiling. It's starting to bubble a little bit. Y'all, this is making me nervous. And I wanted to bring you along the whole time for this one. I don't know why. I guess because it does make me the most nervous. And if y'all are with me, I'm not so nervous. Maybe. I don't know. That's my ridiculousness. We're going to say that's boiling. We're going to turn on our timer. It looks like boiling to me. Yeah, I think that's boiling. I may let it go for another half minute just to make sure that it doesn't go over. And I don't need this. It doesn't say to stir it the whole time either. That's just what I've been doing. It's almost been a minute. Alright, I'm gonna let it go for another 30 seconds. Because now it's at an active boil. Really active. You can't even like stir it down. That's how active it is. That it won't, you know, stir down. Okay, that was another 30 seconds. I'm going to take it off the heat. I had to put it over here because I don't have a gas stove. Now this is the part that's going to freak out my brain. The baking soda. Ooh, I'm making a mess. It's not bubbling up much. That didn't bubble much at all. See if y'all can see it. Why was I letting that freak my brain out? That was easy. It's bubbling a little bit, but not much. Alright, so now I'm going to move y'all over here to this side. And I'm going to pour this into here. And it looks like it might be too much caramel for this amount of Chex. I wonder if I put Cheerios in here if it will be gross. Probably not. Probably be good. Caramel Cheerios? Why not? And I was also afraid that this caramel was not going to come out of the stainless steel pan. It came out pretty good. Alright, let me get this stirred up because I don't want it to not be mixed. And I also want to get it out of this bowl onto the parchment paper. Or not parchment, but the wax paper. So I'm going to get Jeff to move my camera over there so y'all can see it. Jeff. Okay, so he got my camera moved and this smells good. Now I'm going to spread this out the way I did the other, hopefully. I'm not going to do it with my hands like I did the other because this is hot. If I can get it out fast enough. Here, will you take this? Alright, I'm going to spread it out as much as I can. Ooh, it's going over there to hang out with the Muddy Buddies or Puppy Chow, whatever you want to call it. Probably have to break it apart a little bit once it's completely done, or just eat it in chunks, it doesn't matter. I don't know, this is my first time. It actually looks good. I can't believe it turned out like that. You want to taste it? Alright, so that's 2 down, 2 more to go. I'm going to go ahead and do the turtles. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm going to do the turtles, and this is something I've never done before. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to see. The way I would like to do it, I can't do it because I don't have a mold. So we're going to do it this way. So the first thing I'm going to do, can you come help me? Can you hold the bag so I can kind of control the pecans? I'm going to put, this is like a half a tablespoon, and this is, I don't have a recipe. I'm going to put like a half a tablespoon piles of this. That may be too many, I don't know. I love pecans, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put, I don't know how many piles. As many as I can get here. On the wax paper. And then I'm going to take caramel bits. What is it?
Camera's yours.
Oh, well, it'll show in a second. Does it show now? I got it too close. Anyway, then I'm going to take caramel bits and I'm going to add some half and half to those, and I'm going to melt those, and I'm going to pour it onto the pecans. Then I'm going to melt chocolate with a little bit of coconut oil. I'm going to mix semi-sweet and milk chocolates, and I'm going to pour that over it after that. So we don't know if it's going to work or not, but that's the ingredients in turtles. So we got to figure out what this cat is doing, because she's over here messing with stuff. Okay, so she thinks that both of the water bowls have to be completely full all the time. She's spoiled. That's her problem. But anyways, if I had whole pecans, or I may have whole pecans, I don't know, I might do it with those instead. But I'm using these because I got them at, oh, you fixing to eat some of my pecans? What you doing? I got them at Darlene's, and they were a good price. So y'all saw the haul probably if you watched. Anyway, he was scooched down. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I don't know what I was saying before the cat started driving me crazy either. But that's the ingredients that are in caramel candies. Not caramel, turtle candies. So I think it might work. And I don't know if it's milk chocolate or dark chocolate on those candies either, so I don't know if that's gonna work. But I think it'll taste good together. I'm just gonna do one more row. How many is this here? 24. All right. So now I'm gonna take y'all to the other end. I'm done with those, and I'm gonna get the caramel melted so that we can get this doing what it's supposed to be doing. I don't know, but I'm using these caramel bits. I got them from the baking aisle at Walmart. I wonder if it tells how to melt them on here. It tells how to make caramel pecan brownies, caramel apples, caramel crunch bars, but it does not tell you how to melt them exactly. It says to do it for 2 minutes until caramel bits are completely melted. I don't know if I'm going to need this whole bag either. What do you think, Jeff? I don't think I'm going to need the whole bag. Maybe half of it? Maybe a little bit more. Alright, so I got those. And here's the half and half. How much did we put in there? How much was that? You don't know. You weren't there. Was that a teaspoon you had there? Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's a teaspoon of half and half. So I'm going to put it in the microwave and melt it, and I'll be back. Okay, so I did this for 1.5 minutes. And I'm going to try to drizzle this on here. I just need a little bit on each one. I should have used a smaller bowl, but I told Jeff to get me this size, or I asked him to get me this size. So that's what he did, and I needed a smaller one, or it's like a cup to pour with, because I'm getting this in the way of the camera. Y'all can't see what I'm doing with a bowl in front of it. And these are not going to be perfect because I'm not going to be able to get them looking like the kind you get from the store. But we don't care about that part. But I'm going to put this on, and I think I'm going to let it sit for a minute. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be stealing the treats yet.
Sampling it.
Just sampling it? What'd you think?
I reckon.
Now, you don't even like caramel that much, so.
Yes, it is. Ain't gonna work.
What ain't gonna work?
It pulled the paper apart.
What? It did what?
Tore the paper up.
Oh, you're supposed to be able to use wax paper. I think that I'm going to have too many pecans and not enough caramel. So we may put some pecans back, because I don't think we need 20 something anyway, because I'm probably going to be the only one eating them unless Noah does. Okay, so now I'm going to do the chocolate, and I'm going to do a cup total. This is vacuum sealed, so now I got to break the seal. It smells like chocolate. So I'm going to do half a cup of milk chocolate. That might be not quite a half cup. And then a half of a cup of semi-sweet chocolates. Hopefully this will be enough. If it's not, I'll just do some more. That's not quite half. And then I'm gonna do like a teaspoon of coconut oil. I don't like that being opened. Well, I can't get it off. Just let it be in the bowl. It'll be fine. Alright, so I'm going to put this in the microwave and let it melt. Okay, so I've got the chocolate melted. It's a pretty warm bowl. And I'm just going to put these, put some over each one. And I'm going to try to cover every bit of it that I can. Well, I mean, I don't have to have all the all the caramel covered, but I want to have the pecans covered so they can stick together. Wow, this bowl is hot. But I just want to cover the pecans so they'll stick. They won't fall apart, is what I'm trying to say. I need somewhere else to put the bowl, or else one of those gloves. I have the UV glove somewhere. I think I know where it's at, but I'm just going to put chocolate on every one of them. And I think I said it, but I don't know if I said it. But we did put some of the pecans back because I didn't do enough of the caramel. And this is plenty anyway. With all this other stuff, it's going to be too much, most likely. This is a good way to do it, and you don't go buy candy, because those turtles are expensive. You do it yourself. And turtles are one of my favorite candies, but I don't buy them often because they are so expensive. In fact, I only buy them if they're on sale or on clearance or something, or have a coupon or some kind of something like that, which is rare. Oh, that one's going to have pecans on the top a little bit. And I don't know if I did enough chocolate, or maybe I put too much chocolate on some of the others. Okay. I've got chocolate on all of them, at least. They're not completely covered, but I don't want them completely covered. I want you to be able to see that there's caramel in there. Some of them are a little funny looking. That's alright. So, that recipe is done. That one has a lot of chocolate on the side. See, some of these have more chocolate down here than these down here. I started off wrong. But that's alright. So now I'm going to go on to the next recipe. Okay, somewhere I messed up. I don't know where. Probably putting the oil in the chocolate. But these are not setting. So we're going to take them and I'm going to cut this in half or something. And we're going to put them on a pan and put them in the freezer or refrigerator or somewhere. So hopefully they'll set. I don't know. But the rest of these we're going to take and get them up. Maybe not. Oh goodness, that is so sticky. Okay. That may not work either. But we're supposed to put them in a bag. And then these are fine. These work great. No problems. But anyway, we're going to start putting this stuff away. So I'm just going to kind of sit the camera on the counter over there and let y'all watch the fiasco. in the freezer. The Muddy Buddies turned out really good, or the puppy chow, whatever you want to call it. But if I was going to do this again, I would use wax paper or butter the paper or do something. Also, I don't think I cooked the caramel long enough, even though I did it for 1.5 minutes and it only said a minute, or boiled it long enough. Maybe I should have let it come to a more rigorous boil before I started the timer. I don't know. But either way, I did something wrong, but they do taste good. So these taste good. They're just a little messy, and we got to make sure we get all the paper off, or make sure there's no paper on there. We hope we got all the paper off. We don't know. And these are really yummy. You can't see them actually. These are really, really yummy, and you can take them and put them in cellophane bags and give them as treats. You wouldn't want to give these as treats as the way they are right now. But anyway, I will show you what the turtles look like later. Hopefully they set. Even if they don't set, I'm still going to show you. And I'll be cooking the cookies later too. Okay, so Jeff is bringing the turtles over here. It's probably very cold.
Yep.
I don't like cold. They are set up now, and they're stuck to the wax paper. Why does, well, this one didn't say wax paper because that was my idea. Oh, this is not the best idea. It looks okay that way.
But it's kind of like a turtle.
It kind of looks like a turtle. Alright, well, I think next time I'll try to get a mold or something and do it. And put chocolate on the bottom. But I think they turned out okay. That's kind of cute. So I'm going to take them off of here and put them in something. But let me tell you something else. Okay. Let me move the camera around. I got chocolate on my hands. I'll be right back. Okay. So, my washing machine's going crazy. Okay, so this is what I want to say. 2 of these recipes didn't turn out like I thought it was going to. But this one is okay. I think refrigerating it is what I need, or freezing it. Whatever, put it in a cold place is what needed to happen. They're also not coming off the wax paper. I'm learning from this. But what I wanted to say is, even if things don't go exactly like you plan, it still can be really good. Because that caramel Chex mix, or Chex, it tastes really good. Noah tried it. He really likes it. He tried the puppy chow too. He really liked it. So, it can still be good, even if it doesn't turn out perfect. I don't know. It's only the caramel spots that are sticking to that wax paper. So from now on, I will not use wax paper when doing caramel things. I wanted to try one of these, which they may be like frozen. Let's see if I can get one off of the wax paper off of it. So let's see. Okay, got the wax paper off this one. I'm gonna try this one. It's a smaller one. Nope. They're frozen. But it tastes good. I probably will not ever put the coconut oil in it again. Which you can taste the coconut oil a lot. I probably won't do that. But it tastes a lot like a turtle. So, that's pretty good. I'm learning. Whenever you've never done something before, you learn from it. This is the first time I've done any of these recipes that I'm doing today. And I'm going to let these sit on the counter, maybe. I don't know if I should just refrigerate them. Jeff said we might need to refrigerate them. See, where the chocolate is, it's not sticking at all. It's only where the caramel is. So, don't use wax paper when using caramel. Need to remember that. But it comes off. It's just a little bit sticky. So, I'm going to put this over out of the way so I can get to the next recipe. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm a little bit annoyed at myself right now because I thought I was recording this whole time until Jeff asked me, was I recording? I have been recording, but not recording. I've been talking to y'all like you were here. I have put butter and condensed milk into this measuring cup and mixed it together thoroughly. I don't even know what all I've said other than I've done that. This is the cornstarch cookies. They're gluten-free, and I've also put cornstarch in here now, and I'm about to mix that up. So, condensed milk, butter, salted butter actually, and cornstarch. And oh, now I'm making a mess. But anyways, I'm gonna mix this together. I maybe shouldn't have used this measuring cup, but honestly, all of my measuring bowls, or no, all of my mixing bowls are in the dishwasher except one. Jeff washed this one earlier and I wasn't going to use it, but I am now because that's just too much. So I've got to get this fully incorporated, and we don't have to worry about gluten buildup or anything like that because there's no gluten in these cookies. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do these for the collab is because Aimee's daughter, Ireland, is gluten-free, and I thought it might be a fun thing for them to try. I thought it might be a fun thing for me to record, but I guess not. So, I have my oven preheating. It will be at 350 soon. I'm going to have to get a new towel. This one's soaked, so we'll just get this cornstarch up with it because I made a mess. And I'll wash it later. But anyway, I'm going to try to get this all mixed together. I cannot believe I was not recording that whole time. Let's see what it says. Slowly stir in the cornstarch to the condensed milk butter mixture. When the dough begins to form, use your hands to knead the remaining cornstarch until it forms a smooth dough. You might not use all the cornstarch. Oh great, I've already put it all in there. Okay, I've messed up. Maybe not. Hopefully I haven't. This recipe might be another fail. I failed at the recording part. Let me just use my hands. I'm not going to get rid of my spatula, but I am going to use my hands. I don't know what you would add to make it work, but I should not have put all that cornstarch in. Actually, I didn't. I didn't put all that it calls for. I could still add another 1/4 cup. It's starting to work in. Okay, good. I'm not going to add the other 1/4 cup unless I absolutely need it. But yeah, it's okay. It's doing what it's supposed to do now. It's looking more like a dough. But as I said, it's gluten-free, and it's supposed to be a light, airy cookie that is just supposed to be, I've seen it on there. It was like a cloud or something. I don't know if it is. Well, we're preheated. We're getting to the dough form. Yeah, I couldn't have ever done this in that coffee. What? Maybe I need some coffee. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about, coffee. This might be good with coffee. Anyway. It's supposed to be just a light, airy cookie that melts in your mouth almost. It said it melts in your mouth. It's probably not what you would think of as a traditional cookie, but it's gonna be good, I think. So I have this done, I think, as good as I'm gonna, you know, I think it's good. And I'm going to get my cookie scoop, and it says to measure 1.5 teaspoons of dough and roll into a ball. Oh, I don't know if I need to get this cookie scoop or not. It might be too big. I may just get my teaspoon, and I'm gonna put it on a parchment lined baking sheet 1 inch apart. It shouldn't rise or anything much because there's no leavening in it. It looks like Play-Doh. It does not smell like that. It smells like butter. Alright, so I've got that done. I'll be right back. I don't have my pan ready because I don't know anymore. I've gotten myself confused. I was afraid that this was not going to mix, but it does. It did. Look at it. It looks nice. It's not supposed to look like a bread dough. It kind of looks like a ball of butter. It's not butter, I promise. It's got butter in it though. But I'll be right back. Okay, I'm making sure that I have the thing on this time. And this is not 1.5 teaspoons. This is more, but I'm going to use it anyway. It just means that I will have less cookies than what it says. And that's alright. So it said to roll it into a ball and put it on a parchment lined baking sheet. And okay, then you do like you would peanut butter cookies, and you press them with a fork. Bake them for 13 to 15 minutes. But these are not going to be like the size that it calls for, and I'm alright with that. I don't think it matters for us. It's not like I'm doing them for a party or something, but even if I was, if I made them a little bit bigger, I'm sure people wouldn't mind. So let's see, what are some, these only have 2 grams of fat. What's the serving size? It doesn't say. I'm trying to read all the things, but I don't see anything. They have 12 carbs. How do they have that many carbs? Oh, the sugary condensed milk, that's why. I was trying to figure out some of the nutrition about them because this is an odd cookie to me. It's just cornstarch, which I used to not know what cornstarch was. I don't even remember why I started buying it. I don't remember what it was that I was using it for. But now I use it with different things. Alright, so I'm going to put, I guess it's going to be 12 cookies on each tray. Will you grab me a fork, please? Alright, it says to do, make sure I'm reading it right. Create a stripe pattern by pressing the tines of a fork into the dough balls. You're not supposed to flatten them. I don't know if you're supposed to do like this or not, but I'm going to. I don't think you're supposed to flatten them. They don't look flattened on the picture. It is thundering. We have a storm happening. We're under a tornado watch. How long did it say to bake for? 13 to 15 minutes? Okay.
Then let it cool for 10 to 15 minutes.
Then let cool for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay.
No, we didn't look at just mash it one way.
Oh, well, too bad. I did it 2 ways. I'm not stopping now. I'll do the next pan like that. I didn't do the other things right, and they turned out okay. I don't know what happened with some of that stuff today. Alright, so I'm going to put these in the oven. Then I'm going to get the other tray going for 13 to 15 minutes. Okay, so this is what they look like whenever they come out of the oven. Some of them, they're really hot. They have a little brown on the edges. And they don't feel like they did, of course, because they're dried or whatever. But they're a little browned. They smell really good. So we gotta let them cool. It said for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna let them cool on the pan. And I'll come back and we'll taste one. Somebody will taste one. Because we want to taste them. Or somebody, I don't know. Anyway, they didn't like get much bigger. I forgot to show you the bottom. But yeah. They're really easy. And they're cute.
Cookie like this.
What?
Never had a cookie like this.
So what do you think? Oh.
Oh.
Ellie said she wants to try it. Said she threw it in the floor. He didn't throw it in the floor.
The outside is like a regular cookie, but whenever you eat the inside, it's like an instant quick drying cement.
An instant quick drying cement?
It like gets hard to move because it soaks up all the moisture, I think.
Now I'm scared to try it.
It's good.
It's good?
Just take a small bite.
It's called Melt Away. Well, I did make them bigger than you're supposed to. They're called Melt Away cornstarch cookies. Okay, he said it's good. Just take small bites. I'm kind of scared now because he's talking about cement. It's supposed to be melting, not hardening and break your teeth.
It's not hard.
Okay.
It's just that
Is cement the wrong word?
No.
No? Have I failed again? Alright, we're going to try it. They smell good. I get it. They're an absolutely different texture, but they taste good. Maybe that's why it says to serve with hot chocolate or cocoa. Nope, hot chocolate or coffee. They're good, but they're dry. They're very dry. I'm gonna sit it back there. Very dry. You definitely need something to drink. But they are good. I've never tasted a cookie like that before either. So, that's the video. That's all the things that I had planned to make today. And I don't think I made a mistake with these cookies. I did not make a mistake. That's the way they're supposed to, like, melt in your mouth kind of thing. It's weird experience, but anyway, they taste really good though. So I just don't know what to say about them other than that. But they're not like normal cookies. Don't expect chewy gooey or crunchy or any of that, but expect a good flavor but an odd texture. They're an odd mouthfeel. So with that, I'm gonna go. I want to thank Aimee for inviting me to this collab. It was fun trying these things. I had never done them before, and I do believe that they would be like really good things to give, and for something to be gluten-free and to taste that good. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they weren't meaning for them to be gluten-free. They're from Brazil. They're a Brazilian thing, and I did make them bigger than they should have been. That's all right. They're also called soquijos. I probably said it wrong. Cornstarch cookies, butter cookies, 3-ingredient cookies. They're called different things. So that was the Muddy Buddies or Puppy Chow, whichever one you want to call it. The caramel checks, the turtles that did turn out good. They're just going to have to be refrigerated, and I did learn that I need to not use wax paper whenever I do any kind of caramel. From now on, I'm just going to either use a silicone mat or I'm going to use parchment. Probably a silicone mat. Probably with the turtles, I could have just used, I feel like there's something on my mouth. Maybe there's not. But anyway, with the turtles, I probably could have just used the pan. Also, I told Jeff I want to get like a little mold that's just like a round mold or candy mold to do them, and to have a layer of chocolate on the bottom, and then put the pecans and the caramel and then the other on top. That way I can make those and I can have them if I want them. And there's other things you can do with those molds too, other kinds of cookies and cakes, and well, not cookies and cakes, but candies. Anyway, that is all I have for today. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and do all the YouTube things. If you didn't, do them anyway. Most importantly, leave me a comment down below. If you are from Aimee's channel, leave me a comment. Let me know that you're here and say hi. And if you are not from her channel, if you are from my channel and you have not went to see Aimee's channel, go check her out. She's a lovely lady. So, yeah. They were good cookies. They're just weird. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.